Greetings, fellow detectives. Wizard Kitten here, bringing you part 6 in our Let's Play of Agatha Christie's Murder on the Orient Express, featuring the famous detective Hercule Poirot. However, we are currently playing as Detective Joanna Locke, who Poirot found on the Orient Express unconscious in one of the bathrooms, and she's now taking us through her memories to explain why she was on the train. We are currently at the Armstrong estate, and we need to interview the nanny about the kidnapping of Daisy Armstrong, a 3-year-old girl, the 3-year-old daughter of that man down there, and the woman that we'll probably talk to later as well. So yeah, we're investigating a kidnapping. Here's the nanny. And a kitty. I love that there's a kitty.
A toy train. Now here I am on a real one. Lyon, in France. What a lovely looking city.
Hello, are you Suzanne Moreau, Daisy's nanny?
Yes?
I'm Joanna Locke, a detective working on Daisy's case.
Is there any news?
I'm afraid not.
How can I help you?
I'm really sorry. I'm afraid I have to take your statement again concerning the evening of Daisy's disappearance. There was a computer problem. Your statement was accidentally deleted.
Of course. I want to help any way I can.
Tell me about that night in your own words.
The Armstrongs had a party to raise money for a museum, I think. Mrs. Armstrong is on her board. I was in charge of Daisy. I stayed with the little one all evening, playing with her and reading books to her. She couldn't sleep with all the noise and the comings and goings.
When did you notice Daisy was missing?
I was only gone 5 minutes to phone my mother. She's in the hospital. When I returned, Daisy wasn't in her bed. I thought she might have gone to look at the party, but then I saw the ransom note on her pillow. I screamed and screamed. I couldn't stop.
Did you notice anything unusual before that?
I was with Daisy all evening. Finally, she fell asleep. I didn't see anyone else or notice anything in particular.
Do you have any idea who did this?
No! I can't see who could have done such a horrible thing. The Armstrongs are such good people. Like my own family.
Thank you for giving me your statement again. I'll get back to you if I have any questions.
I won't be far.
Okay, I have Suzanne's statement, but her answers need some checking.
Check the facts in the file. Yeah, she said she was only gone 5 minutes, but I'm pretty sure I remember her phone call being a lot longer than 5 minutes in the file. Let's see. The Armstrongs hosted a party to raise money for a museum, I think. Select one element which does not match Miss Moreau's testimony about her phone call. Let's see. I stayed with the little one all evening, playing with her and reading to her. She had trouble getting to sleep. Mrs. Armstrong is on their board. As usual, for events like this, I was in charge of Daisy. I noticed Suzanne was not around, but Daisy was sleeping peacefully. I stayed with her for 10 minutes or so.
This information does not correspond to what Suzanne told me. Suzanne said she left Daisy alone for 5 minutes, but Mrs. Armstrong says she stayed with Daisy for a while and Suzanne did not return. Hey, I'm a pretty good detective after all.
Cross-check the stories. The accounts given by Mrs. Armstrong and Miss Moreau do not match perfectly. I have to check. Okay, so I'm assuming that means I go talk to Mrs. Moreau now. The distraught mother. Gosh, how awful.
A toy castle. When I was a kid, I had a police station and a tiny squad car with a siren that really worked.
And a golden mustache. How do I get it? Give me the mustache. Yes.
A gold mustache. Thank you very much.
Nice. Okay. See, I've been looking all over for these mustaches, and I haven't found all of them.
The world through the eyes of a child seems so sweet.
So some of them are hidden quite well.
Mrs. Armstrong, my name is Joanna Locke. I'm a detective investigating the kidnapping of your daughter. May I talk to you? When is your baby due? Mrs. Armstrong? Sonia?
I don't want to talk. I just want to see my daughter again. That's all that matters.
The poor woman. I can't imagine how she feels. And another baby on the way? I want to help, but I'm here to take the nanny's statement, and there are no words I can think of to ease Sonia's pain.
I have to find a photo of Daisy in the case file.
Nothing shocks me here. Score. 1 for the good guys.
Select an element from the file to comfort her.
Mrs. Armstrong? Let me show you this.
Daisy, my little Daisy. I miss her so much. How good it is to see her face.
I can't imagine the pain you're feeling right now.
She loved her little stuffed animal, Fluffy. She took him everywhere with her. The kidnappers took it as well. They didn't have to. That means they wouldn't hurt her, doesn't it?
Every lead will be followed up. You have my word on that.
Thank you. I shouldn't lose hope. Somehow.
I know it isn't my case, but I just made a promise, and I mean to keep it.
Do you know where I can find Miss Moreau?
She's in her room. Last door on the left.
Tell me about the night Daisy was taken, especially anything about your daughter and Suzanne Moreau.
Apart from seeing to our guests, I took a moment to check on Suzanne and Daisy in Daisy's room. Suzanne wasn't there, but Daisy was asleep. I sat with her for 10 minutes or so. Suzanne didn't return while I was there, but there's no reason for her to sit there all night when Daisy is asleep. I went back downstairs.
Okay.
May I come back? If I have more questions?
Of course. Anything I can do.
Okay, the stories Sonia and Suzanne tell don't match. I should recheck my file and track Suzanne's movements.
Check the phone numbers in the file. Select another element which doesn't match what Miss Moreau said in her testimony about her phone call. This one. The call that she took at night was, much more than 5 minutes.
That is not exactly what Suzanne told me earlier. Suzanne was on the phone more than 5 minutes. Hey, I'm a pretty good detective after all.
Okay. Confront Miss Moreau about her phone call. Sure, she just doesn't want to get in trouble.
If I understand you correctly, you left Daisy when she was not asleep?
The party was very loud. Daisy was too wound up to sleep. I read her a Motley Mule detective story to try and put her to sleep. Daisy finally fell asleep. Right before Motley Mule solved his case in the book I was reading her. I had to make a quick phone call. No more than 5 minutes. But when I came back, Daisy was gone.
The party was very loud. Daisy was too wound up to sleep. I read her a detective story. Daisy finally fell asleep. I had to make a quick phone call no more than 5 minutes. That is the lie.
Are you sure you were only gone for 5 minutes?
5, 6, what does it matter? It was very quick.
Select the element that proves she's lying. The phone record.
You say you were only away 5 or 6 minutes, but Mrs. Armstrong says she was alone there more like 10 minutes. And the phone record shows that you stayed on the call for more than 30 minutes, way longer than you said.
My mother is extremely ill. It's difficult for me. I may have lost track of time. When I came back, Daisy had disappeared. It must have been a coincidence.
You have to be precise, Suzanne. A little girl's life is at stake.
Why are you doing this? I didn't do anything wrong. I would never hurt Daisy.
I need to check Suzanne's story. She's panicking. Why now? What is she afraid of?
Verify Miss Moreau's story.
I should see if the Armstrongs can confirm what Suzanne told me.
Okay. Does she know something, perhaps? Reconstruct the facts, a suffering mother. Okay, let's see here. Miss Moreau goes to make her telephone call. Kidnapper takes Daisy. Kidnapper places a ladder under Daisy's bedroom window. Kidnapper carries the little girl down the ladder and is gone. Kidnapper enters through the front door. Kidnapper climbs the stairs. Oh. Interesting. Kidnapper places a ladder. Kidnapper enters through the front door. Kidnapper climbs the stairs. Kidnapper takes Daisy. Kidnapper carries the little girl down the ladder and is gone. Ah, so the kidnapper entered the party.
That's it. No rookie mistake there. The kidnapper places a ladder under the window to Daisy's room. Then he joins the party. Just one guest in the crowd. He somehow knows when Suzanne leaves the room, then sneaks upstairs. He opens Daisy's window, carries her down the ladder, and vanishes.
A suffering mother. Call Miss Moreau's mother to check her alibi. Okay. Have to look in my file for that. Call Miss Moreau's mother to check her alibi. Okay. Let's look at the phone numbers. Okay, Suzanne Moreau called 2140. Oh, you can't do that while I'm doing another one. Okay, got it. Okay, well, it's 2140 was the number that she called. Gotta get out of the car first, I guess. Two, 140.
That is a great detective job.
The number you have called is not in service at this time. Please hang up and dial again, or contact your service provider.
The number Suzanne called is not in service? A hospital?
Well, that's suspicious. The number Miss Moreau called. Oh. I don't know about your story, lady. I'm starting to think you're involved in this somehow. Or you're involved in something shady.
Do you know where I can find Miss Moreau?
Her room is upstairs across the hall from Daisy's. She seldom leaves it.
Did you see Miss Moreau during the party?
I remember seeing her at some point, but otherwise, no. I was too busy with my guests. Wear the smile, shake the proffered hand.
Ms. Moreau told me she called her mother.
Well, why not? I believe they are very close, and the poor woman is not well. She needs some experimental treatment that isn't available yet in France.
How are you doing? Are you holding up?
You know, in the military, you're supposed to have the stiffest of upper lips. The Desert War taught me that soon enough. But this, it's difficult. Damned difficult. Harder on my good lady, of course.
How are you doing?
Oops.
You know, it's hard.
We already did that.
I won't be long.
Take whatever time you need.
Okay. So that confirmed part of her story. I guess we can go talk to the mother again, perhaps, and see if we can confirm any more of it. Or disconfirm.
I spoke with Suzanne. She was phoning her mother. That's why you didn't see her when you went to check on Daisy.
Yes, her mother. I tried to call the poor woman earlier that week, but the hospital said she's been in a medically induced coma for more than 2 months.
Suzanne told me she called her mother, but she would have known her mother was in a coma.
Yeah, that's weird. New track, Miss Moreau's phone call. Guessing I have to talk to her about it again. So you clearly didn't talk to your mother. She could have talked to somebody at the hospital. But then why say she was talking to her mother? Why lie?
The number you called that night is no longer in service.
I don't understand. That's the number the hospital gave me to call my mother's room.
You told me you were on the phone with your mother when Daisy was abducted.
As we said earlier, I didn't pay attention and was on the phone longer than I said. But since my mother is very ill, she had to leave her hometown, Lyon, because the treatment is not approved yet in France. She is in an hospital in Boston for a special treatment. I call her every night to check on her. When I came back, Daisy was gone. I'll never forgive myself.
Let's see, which one contains a lie? I didn't pay attention, was on the phone longer than I said. Mother is very ill. She's in a hospital. I call her every night to check on her. When I came back, Daisy was gone. I'll never forgive myself. I call her every night to check on her, probably?
Are you sure you called your mother?
Yes, every night since she was admitted in December.
Select the element that proves she's lying. Paying for her mother's care, telephone statement, coma.
Suzanne, I think you really care for Daisy. If you do, then tell me the truth. You can't have been calling your mother while she's in a coma.
My mom really is in a hospital in Boston. She really is in a coma. I wasn't calling her. I was on the phone with my boyfriend, Noah.
Why lie about it? Why are you panicking?
Because he's gone. I haven't heard from him since the night of the kidnapping. I'm afraid he's somehow connected to Daisy's disappearance. That he was just using me somehow. But I swear I talked to him. Yes, for more like 30 minutes that night. So he couldn't have kidnapped Daisy at the same time we were talking.
But he could have kept you talking so someone else could take Daisy.
Yes, you can see why I lied. Can't you? I was afraid you'd suspect me of having something to do with it. You can understand that, can't you?
Suzanne, I want to believe you, but you've made it harder to find Daisy. Do you realize that?
Oh my god. What have I done?
What's most important is not what you've done, but what you do now. Go. I'll be back to talk to you. No more lies, Suzanne. For Daisy, no more lies.
Noah. The name might lead us to that little girl. I am on this case now, whether my captain wants me to be or not.
Search Miss Moreau's room. Okay. Learn more about her boyfriend.
What's in the glass case? Oh, big surprise. Glasses.
Okay. Glasses. Victor Hugo, Les Miserables.
Huh.
Huh. Okay. And in this drawer...
An Eiffel Tower keychain, but no key.
Yeah. Could just be an old keychain.
Small jewelry box. By the size, I'm guessing earrings.
Ah.
Why put a key in a jewelry box?
Why indeed. Okay. Take that. There's also a ring in there. Okay. What's this? Some Kleenexes?
I expect Suzanne must have gone through a lot of tissues these past weeks.
She's been gone weeks? Oh my gosh. Okay. Got flowers. Are these from Noah?
A card from the florist. It's signed N.
They look pretty old. Okay. Comment bien cuisiner. French to English dictionary. Entre nous. Apologies for my probably very horrible French. Romeo and Juliet. Motley Mule Detective. That's the book that she said she supposedly read to Daisy. Aha. A journal. A journal.
That doesn't work.
Did I just put it in wrong? Does it not work at all?
That doesn't work.
Okay, so it's either not the right key or I'm doing it wrong. We'll figure that out later. Le Tour du Monde en 80 jours. Les Rouges et les Noirs. La Princesse de Cleves. Okay. So, book, journal, I still have to figure out. Anything in the desk that we can look at or not really? I think it's just the journal. I just have to figure out how to use the key. Okay, let's figure out this key. Come on. Okay.
That doesn't work. That doesn't work.
Why doesn't it work though? Oh, do I put it in backwards? Oh. Haha!
Okay, Suzanne. Let's see what you haven't told me.
What a sneaky key. She's French, but she writes in her journal in English. Okay, that makes it easier for me. February 9th. Day at the park with Noah. I can tell he is opening up more and more with me. I chatted on and on about my job. I told him how much I liked the Armstrongs, especially Daisy. I really feel like he's invested in our relationship. That kind of man is so rare these days. February 14th, Valentine's Day. Noah and I went to the Blue Lagoon, our favorite restaurant, for lunch. It was wonderful at first, but then something happened. Noah received a text message. I don't know what it was, but he said we had to leave. He wouldn't say anything else. Instead, we went away somewhere in the mountains. Finally, we arrived at a cabin in the middle of nowhere. He told me to stay in the car. Not very romantic for Valentine's Day. February 23rd. Noah gave me flowers. He is usually very attentive, but despite everything, I felt he was more distant today. I hope he is well. I would like to be more present for him, but I don't want to interfere in his private life. March 15th. It's been a while since I wrote in this diary. I didn't have the strength, and I think this is the last time I will write in it. My dear Daisy was kidnapped, and I haven't heard from Noah since that day. It was the night Daisy was taken. He talked and talked. I left Daisy too long, and now she's gone. I thought he loved me, but he just never called again or anything. He hasn't replied to my messages since the night Daisy... I'm lost. It's my fault Daisy is gone. I didn't watch over her.
I can see why Suzanne didn't tell me everything about this, Noah. It's clear when he disappeared that she realized something was very wrong.
Yeah, it's pretty suspicious. Learn more about this boyfriend. Okay. How do I learn more about this boyfriend? Learn more about the boyfriend. I should check the identity of Miss Moreau's boyfriend. How? Let's see. Talk to her, talk to the mom. Let's see if, I don't know, maybe they met Noah?
Can you tell me anything about Suzanne's boyfriend?
I know she dated our chauffeur for a while. There was someone else she'd met recently, but I don't recall his name.
Okay. I love that the cat moves. That's so cute. Okay. She dated the chauffeur, but now there was someone new recently. Do you know anything about the boyfriend?
Know anything about Miss Moreau's boyfriend?
Her boyfriend? I know she went out with someone for a while there. More recently, I saw a man in a 4x4 who would pick her up on her nights off. He never got out of his car, just waited for her. She did seem to spend more time than usual on the phone these past few weeks, but she worked hard. We weren't going to begrudge her what free time she had. Since the abduction, she keeps pretty much to herself.
He drives a 4x4, huh?
Take whatever time you need.
Well, that's suspicious. Look through the file for something about a 4x4. Yep, that was the vehicle. 4x4.
These tire tracks could well be from Suzanne's boyfriend's 4x4. The detective gets it right.
Confront Miss Moreau about her boyfriend. He was my boyfriend! Bonus points if you know that reference.
I imagine these flowers must have been beautiful. Who gave them to you?
The gardener. They're getting pretty wilted, but I hate to throw them away.
Uh-huh.
Tell me about your boyfriend. Have you been together long?
My boyfriend? Why? He doesn't have anything to do with this.
Please, Suzanne, the sooner you answer my question, the sooner we'll be done.
His name is Noah Garrity. I met him at a Lunar New Year party in Great Barrington. He is a kind and caring person, although, well, I miss him. He had to go away on business. He should be back.
Boyfriend confrontation.
Tread marks of a four-wheel drive vehicle were found outside the garden on the night of the kidnapping. Noah drives one, doesn't he? Where is he, Suzanne? If you know anything more about him, you have to tell me.
I know what you're thinking, but it's impossible. He was very nice to me. He never did anything to make me suspicious. We went out to eat, to the movies. Just like a normal couple. He's not the only man in the Berkshires who drives that kind of car.
I know what you're thinking, but it's impossible. He was very nice to me. He never did anything to make me suspicious. We went out to eat, like, to the movies, just like a normal couple. He's not the only man in the Berkshires who drives that kind of car. I think he never did anything to make me suspicious is the lie.
You really didn't notice anything strange about Noah until he vanished?
He could get moody at times, as if he had a lot on his mind.
It's like the element that proves she's lying. Valentine's Day.
In your diary, you say that Noah took you to a cabin in the mountains on Valentine's Day.
You read my diary?
I'm sorry, but we have to find Daisy. We both want that. So yes, I looked in your diary.
You're right. He took me to a cabin in the woods. I waited for him in the car. He came out after a few minutes. He was very sweet and apologetic, but he never explained. We went back to the restaurant for dessert.
Did you ever go back to the cabin with him?
No, never.
So what made Noah drive all the way to a cabin in the middle of nowhere? He left her in the car. Why was he there? This is important. I know it is. I can use Suzanne's directions to the cabin and compare them to the map of the area I have in my car.
Find the location of the cabin. All right, I guess we're headed off to the cabin. There's something about the cabin is ultra sketchy. Okay.
Thanks to the information Suzanne gave me, I should be able to find the cabin on this map.
Ooh, okay. I'm what they call geographically challenged, so this might be tricky for me. Let's see here. We left town, then crossed 2 bridges. 2 bridges. Okay, so this presumably... Ugh, this control is weird. This is the town. Or is this the town? There's 2 towns! Okay. Town. We left town and crossed 2 bridges. If we go up here, we cross a bridge and a bridge. And some thick woods. What's the woods? Blue is the rivers and bodies of water. Dark green is forest and parks. Light green is kind of like a rural area cultivation, so like farmland. Okay, and the little black things are buildings. Okay, so yeah. Cross 2 bridges, some thick woods, past a cornfield on the left, then just trees and more trees. Finally, we stopped outside the cabin. So it's here, right? Unless there's 2 bridges here. We left town, crossed 2 bridges. Yeah, no, it's this. I'm fairly certain it's this.
I've got it. The cabin has to be here. I have to find that cabin. I hope I'm not too late.
I hope I'm not too late, she says. Oh, this is creepy. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Okay, here's this famous cabin. Let's investigate.
All right, we will do that in the next part, but for now I'm going to leave this part right here. Please feel free to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and please also feel free to comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more future Wizard Kitten content. Thank you so much for watching, fellow detectives. I will see you soon.